Any statement you make may be used as evidence against you in court. You have the right to have a lawyer present to advise you prior to and during any questioning. If you are unable to employ a lawyer, you have the right to have a lawyer appointed to advise you prior to and during any questioning. You have the right to terminate this interview at any time. Do you understand those rights as I read them to you?
Yes, I do, ma'am.
Okay. So from what I understand, you're living over there at the Waters Park Apartments, you were saying?
Yes, ma'am.
And this incident happened kind of close to there?
Yes.
Okay. What was going on today? Were you out earlier in the night doing something?
Because I got out at home and I had taken some drugs.
Okay. What kind of drugs?
I had taken a Xanax.
Is that something that you normally take at night?
No, I've done it 2 or 3 times.
Okay. Was this with like a roommate or a group of people, or was it just you on your own?
It was me on my own.
Okay. And how big was the Xanax, I guess?
4 bars.
4 bars? Is that, when you have taken it before, is that a normal amount?
Yeah. I usually take about 2 bars.
Oh, you normally take 2?
So it's a little bit more than usual.
What time was that around?
Well, I thought it was 11 p.m., so I don't know, like 9 p.m.
9 p.m.? Okay. And then what happened?
And then I decided to go on a ride on my motorcycle. I was thinking very clearly, and went to the Walmart, and I decided to shoplift a bunch of items. And on the way out, our cop saw me, and I panicked, and then I pulled my gun out and shot him.
Okay. What kind of gun?
It was 380.
380? Is that something you normally carry on you?
From time to time, because I've gotten threats before.
Threats?
I've worked as an informant in different situations.
For
Douglas County in Colorado.
Tecos? Tecos, is that what you said, county?
Douglas County.
Douglas County, okay. So because of some past things that have come up with being an informant or past situations in Colorado, you began carrying a 380?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you've lived here for about a year and a half?
For about a year and a half. I also I worked for Larimer County Drug Task Force.
Larimer?
Both.
Okay, and is that in Colorado as well?
Correct.
Is that as an informant?
Yes, ma'am.
Larimer County and then Douglas County?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You're not wanted out of Colorado?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So you left under good standing in Colorado?
Yes, ma'am.
So you were an informant, everything was fine, and then you just got a job here, so you came here?
Yes, I brought down one drug dealer who has been a major drug dealer for a decade almost, and apparently it was a fairly big bust.
In Colorado?
In Colorado.
Okay, and then they wanted you to get out of town because of it, or what?
Yeah, well, I was about to graduate from college, and then I got a job offer here in Austin, so I moved down here.
And which company do you work for?
Hewlett-Packard.
Okay, so you've been working here, and you've been living over on the Waters apartment at Palmer and Mopac? Do you
Yes,
have a
ma'am.
roommate or anything?
I do.
Okay, was he or she home tonight?
He's gone and he's off and gone. I don't know where he is.
Okay.
There.
So you get off of work,
Yes.
and you do anything special after work?
Watch TV and smoke weed.
Okay. So is weed a normal thing you do?
Weed's the only thing that I do.
For a normal type of drug?
Correct.
Okay. So you're smoking weed, watching TV, and then at some point you decided to...
At some point my friend said that he had some bars and he gave me some.
So there was a buddy with you?
He called me up. He called me on the cell phone, told me he had some bars.
Okay, so is he just a supplier or is he a buddy?
He is a buddy.
He's a buddy. Did he come on over?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Did you take them with you?
No.
Okay, how did that work out?
He sold me 4 and I gave him the cash, and then he smoked a bowl of weed with me and then left.
How many does 4 bars go for?
These were 6 apiece. 6 of, so 24.
For $6?
Yes, usually they're $5 a piece.
Was this more expensive for any particular reason?
Sometimes when there's a shortage, it costs more.
Okay. And the buddy smoked a bowl with you? And what's his name?
I don't want to incriminate anyone.
Okay. So you had him, you smoked with him, and what time did he leave?
Shortly after 6:30.
Left around, so it's still light out.
Correct.
Okay. So after 6:30 p.m., what did you end up doing?
And then the Xanax makes you lose your memory really badly. And from then on out, I took the bike out.
And you're talking about a motorcycle?
Motorcycle,
Oh,
correct.
what kind of motorcycle do you have?
It's a Kawasaki ZX-10.
And where did you go? Where did you ride to?
First I just rode around, and then I saw Walmart. And
Just the Walmart, like right at Palmer and 35, or which Walmart are we talking about?
shoot. It was Palmer on 35.
I mean, did you go like a great distance when you were driving? Or?
I did go a great distance, but I circled around some, and it's very difficult to piece it together.
Okay. But it was a Walmart, and you kind of circled back, and it might have been near your residence somewhere?
Correct.
Okay. Do you know what time you got there?
It's hard to recall. 8 or 8:30.
Was it just gotten dark?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what did you do in the Walmart?
In the Walmart, I went in and looked for things that I needed. I got them all in bags. I had a backpack with me. Then when I saw that there were no cameras, I put them in the back of my backpack.
You put them in like the Walmart bags, and then you put those bags in your backpack?
Yes. And then I proceeded to walk out. When I walked out, I saw one officer and one cleanly closed loss prevention associate. The officer told me to stop, and I knew what he was after. And I had a .380 in my pocket, so I figured that the consequences might be worse. So I ran. The cop grabbed me, and I turned around and shot him.
Okay, so you had the gun in like a front pocket, or
Front pocket.
like the right or the left?
The right pocket.
So you just plainly carry it, like just hide it in the pocket?
Yes.
Okay, and then you're talking about these pants that you wear now?
These pants I wear now.
Okay, so in the right front pocket?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you came out of one of the main doors at the Walmart?
Yes, ma'am.
So they were kind of just sitting there talking? The officer and the loss prevention guy?
They were eyeballing me, so they knew that they were going to confront me.
And the officer said, what in your words?
The officer said, will you please step next to me? Will you please follow me? And then I took off running.
Just any particular direction, or?
I went towards the exit.
Okay, so this was still inside the store?
Yes, ma'am.
They kind of approached you before you hit those doors to go outside?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the officer says, please, come over here, please step aside with me over here, and you were just...
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so how far did you get when you were running?
4 or 5 feet.
And then, what did the officer do?
He grabbed me, and I turned around and I saw his face, and I shot him.
He just grabbed you from behind?
He grabbed my arm, and but my right arm was loose, and that's the one that had the gun.
So you grabbed your left arm?
He grabbed my left arm and shoulder.
Okay, so you're running and you grabbed it like up here?
Yes, ma'am.
And you kind of turned.
So I turned around, yes.
But this hand was already free, the right hand?
That one was free, and once he started to talk to me, I had my hand in my pocket ready to go.
So the minute you saw him, you were kind of like, oh, I know where this is going.
Well,
The two guys talking.
Well, I figured if I could escape, then I would have avoided the situation, but yes, premeditated, whatever.
Okay. Knowing you had a gun on you and everything, you were just like, oh, I need to get out of here because this charge is going to be even worse.
Correct.
So while they were kind of confronting you, you put your hand in your right pocket.
Correct.
Okay. And then while you were fleeing, you kind of just kept your hand in, or did you pull the gun out right away? Or...
Well, it's fleeing, I pulled it out right away.
And we're talking 4 or 5 steps.
Yes, ma'am.
So he gets the shoulder, and when you turn, his face is kind of like right there.
Yes, it was kind of a jumble until I turned around and I saw a clear shot at his face. And
then the gun's in your right hand.
Yes, ma'am.
And then did you pull it up, or shoot it from your hip, or?
I pulled it up directly to his face.
Right to his face?
Correct.
How far away were you from, like, me to you right now with my hand? How far away?
That's about the perfect distance.
From you to him?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you shot him?
Yes, ma'am.
And where did you shoot him?
It was hard to tell, but I believe square in the face.
Square in the face?
Yes, ma'am.
How many times did you fire?
1.
And then what happened?
And then the other officers tackled me, and it was over.
There was more than one uniform officer, or are you talking about like the loss prevention officer?
I believe it was loss prevention. All I saw was one officer who was down.
One officer was down?
One officer who I shot was down. He had blood on his face.
And then you got tackled?
Yeah.
Because, do you remember somebody in uniform tackling you, or just somebody tackling you?
Just tackled, and then it was kind of a blur at that point.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel about what happened?
I feel like my life's over.
And was your 380, was it loaded completely to capacity?
It was fully loaded with one in the chamber.
Is that how you taught?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that how you normally carry it?
That's not how I normally carry it, but when I went into the store, I didn't want to be, cocking it if something was going to happen,
So you just got it ready just in case?
I got it ready, yeah.
Okay, so you're pretty much ready to go from the beginning. I mean, you went over there, you had the intention of shoplifting?
I had the intention of shoplifting. I did not have the intention of shooting anybody.
You got the gun ready just in case there was an issue?
I got, correct.
And how do you feel, like right now as we're talking, how do you feel about shooting that cop?
I feel horrible. I feel like life is over. I don't know how to explain it.
I mean, do you feel horrible for yourself because your life is over?
I feel very bad for the officer who was doing his job and has kids, and I saw his face, and
What did his face look like when you saw it?
There was blood coming out. There's blood coming out of his eyes and his mouth and stuff.
Was he saying anything?
He was gurgling.
And when you first saw him, when he turned around and he turned to you, did he say anything to you at that point?
I don't think he could say anything. He could just barely gurgle.
This is when you saw him on the ground?
Yes.
Okay. When you ran your 4 or 5 steps, and he got, kind of grabbed your shoulder and you turned around, did Did he have time to say something to you? Did he get anything out? Did you hear him yelling at you while you were kind of taking your steps to run away?
When I first ran, he said, "I'm a cop." And then there was 4 steps where 3 or 4 people were screaming, and I couldn't decipher who said which.
And what, say the 3 or 4 people who were screaming, what were they screaming?
They were screaming, "Stop, this is lost prevention, lost police, or this police officers," and things like that.
Okay, so he said, "I want you to step over here," blah, 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 and then when you turned to run, he said, "I'm a cop."
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then as you're taking your 4 or 5 steps to run away, you hear just a jumbled screaming of loss prevention, stop, police officer, or whatever.
Yeah, and acceleration, just,
You could hear people's footsteps behind you or something.
Yeah, it was just a blur, kind of.
And when he grabbed you to turn you around, did he say anything at that particular moment?
No, that was more fast-paced. It was just a wrestle more.
Kind of a pull,
He pulled me, my body jerked.
and then the gun went up.
And
What time, we're talking about like a second at the most, or are we talking about
Less than a second.
less than a second?
just a millisecond.
Millisecond.
He pulled back and he shot.
Okay. And the blood that I'm seeing on you,
That's
his. What, did you get wrestled to the ground, or did it just went from when you shot him, or what?
I think it's from when I shot him.
Okay, so when you shot him, there was an amount that came back onto you.
Yes.
Okay. And then the distance that we portrayed earlier was pretty accurate distance of how far away you were.
It was about 1 foot or so.
Interesting. The guy that tackled you, did he say anything?
I think there was 2 or 3 people who tackled me, and they just said, just you're an idiot, and, hold still, and things.
Were you fighting still?
I wasn't fighting at all.
Okay. Were they telling you to hold still for any particular reason, or were they just saying it to say it?
I think they were just making sure I knew.
Where did I know you're saying that this all happened really quickly, and I understand that. I mean, you turn and you shoot, and, the blood and the tackle. Where did the gun go?
The gun, I must have dropped it right after I shot him.
Do you, consciously remember that, or you just believe that that's what you did?
That's what I believe.
Okay.
I don't have it with me, so I'm not sure where it is.
You shot, and then right away you tackle, and something happened.
And then, it was a rose on my face with 4 people on me.
We're going to get somebody to come out and, take some photographs, and obviously collect some of the evidence from your person, okay? You have a lot of blood on you, obviously, we're talking about it, it's from the officer. We just want to make sure that we document everything, okay? Is there anything else? Do you have any injuries on you?
I did not.
Okay. Are you injured in any way?
No, ma'am.
What?
No, ma'am.
No, okay. And your shoe is?
I'm missing that shoe, I don't know where it is, but I don't have the blood there either.
Okay. And then the sweatshirt?
So it has blood on it.
Okay. Please. And your hands had some?
So,
Yes. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna go make sure that that particular person's en route. It's a civilian who just comes and takes pictures and is kind of a crime scene person. And then I'll just make sure that we don't have any other questions for you. We might go through things again. Okay, so we just want to make sure that we have everything. Is there anything that you want to say? Or that you want somebody to understand while we're sitting here talking?
I do want to say that I remember parts and pieces of it because I was on drugs, and that's all I want to say.
Okay. Parts and pieces are there, and parts and pieces are kind of A little bit more blurry?
Yeah.
Or the parts that we were talking about that you vividly remember? Those parts, the running and the, stealing the stuff and then trying to run away and the gun.
Everything's more just blurry.
Okay. But we're pretty descriptive about, having the hand in the pocket and having it, taking him out while you were taking steps to run away, and how far away you were, and all that kind of stuff.
Just otherwise it would just be a blank memory. So this is.
So right now it's kind of, it just seems like you said earlier, it seems to you like it was only 11 p.m., right?
Yeah.
And when I told you it was 4:10 at the time, you were like, holy mackerel. You didn't think that much time had passed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So everything's kind of going by pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's confusing.
And I know I got it earlier, but Brandon, is it Brandon?
Correct.
Okay, and Daniel, is it Daniel?
Correct.
11/11 of 1987?
Yes.
And Brandon, where were you born?
Wichita, Kansas.
Kansas. Do you have any family here?
Not in Texas.
I'll be right back, okay?
Is there any possibility of loosening the cuffs?
Okay, let me get to the officer, okay? Brandon, he's going to loosen your handcuffs a little bit, okay?
Thank you.
Are they just kind of binding in a certain area, or?
Yeah, they kind of bend around the head.
Okay. And there's somebody coming to take the photographs and everything, so we'll get that going for you.
Is that better?
Thank you. You alright? So the shoe came off, not helping at all? Are you needing any water or anything?
No, might be the shoes, but it might also be those whatchamacallits.
Those whatchamacallits?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're saying you did 4 today?
Yeah.
Any reason? Were you kind of stressing over something, or?
Yeah, I've been stressing a lot for the past couple months.
Over anything in particular?
Well, me and my girlfriend just broke up recently.
Was it over the last couple months?
Yeah, it was over the last couple months. We dated for like 5 years, though.
Any reason you moved down here?
No, we moved down here together.
Okay.
From Parker.
From where, I'm sorry?
From Parker, Colorado.
Parker?
Yeah.
Okay. So you moved down here from Parker, and then things were kind of on the outs for a little bit?
Yeah, for a little bit, and then she just moved out in December.
Moved out in December?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been kind of just a little more stressed out and anxiety since then, and being with any friends or anything like that?
No.
Okay. So the friends that you do have here in Austin, do you have a lot of them, or is it kind of...
No, just a little bit. I just moved out.
Just moved here, so maybe a couple people that you know?
Yeah, a couple people.
How do you, you know the guy that has the bars. Is that just through work or word of mouth or something?
He was my next door neighbor for a while.
Next door neighbor?
Yeah.
Okay. So you met people randomly since you've been here?
Yeah.
Nothing big? Where did your girl end up going?
She moved down the street. She works at a guitar center. So.
Guitar center?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys still talk?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Or is it really over?
Kind of medium over.
Medium over?
Yeah.
Well, there's still communication there. Usually it's not completely over, right?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Jenna.
Jenna?
Yeah.
Alright. So you're kind of been feeling a little anxiety, so that was the reason for the 4 instead of the 2 tonight?
Yeah.
And then you had the weed. How much weed would you say you smoked?
I'm a pretty regular weed smoker from Colorado. It's, kind of legal up there.
It's kind of like California.
Yeah, you moved back from the dispensary, and I've been a pretty regular weed smoker for a few years now.
Do you do the bowl, or do you normally do like a joint, or what do you normally do?
Just a bowl mostly.
The bowl mostly?
Yeah.
How many hits would you say you had?
If it's by myself, I have 4 or 5 hits every night or so.
That's a normal night.
Yeah, it's normal.
And your buddy came over, and he smoked a bowl with you. So you kind of just shared with him, or did he kind of just did it on his own?
Yeah, I kind of shared with him.
And did you drink anything?
No.
Alcohol, not really your thing?
It's my thing on the weekends and stuff, but not much, you know.
What time would you say that you took the bars? Was it like right when he came over?
Yeah, it was probably like 30 minutes before I left.
30 minutes before you took off? Just driving around?
Yeah.
Okay. Which, I mean, you're saying, do you even know how long you were driving for on the motorcycle?
I rode around town for a little bit and then met up with in the Walmart in 35 minutes.
35 minutes, and you said met up in the Walmart. Did you meet someone in the Walmart, or?
No.
And you got to the Walmart maybe 35 minutes later?
Correct, yes.
Okay. And how long were you in the store?
15, 20 minutes.
I'm just trying to piece together the timeline, and I understand for you the time kind of seems like it's, really short. Like you thought it was still 11 and it had been 6 hours later, so I'm just trying to piece it together. I'm assuming that, this happened and then you kind of came down to the station real quick, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is it possible that you were riding your bike in the middle of the night and maybe not at 8 to 8:30? Or in your mind, is that what it seemed like it was?
That's just what it seemed like it was. So,
okay.
I can't deny it now.
I mean, was there a bunch of traffic?
Medium traffic,
Medium
yes.
traffic?
Medium traffic, yes.
Like we were at the light at the Palmer and the 35 light right there?
Yeah, that was pretty good traffic there.
Good traffic? Okay. Did you stop anywhere when you were riding around besides the Walmart? Did you stop anywhere before that?
I got gas, and I don't remember where the Shell went, I think on Palmer.
You had gas? Okay.
Yeah.
Shell and Palmer. That might give us a good time frame. Like to you, you're thinking 8:30 or so. But maybe the gas shows that you were there at like 12.
Sure.
Or, who knows? Gas at the Shell on Palmer.
Sure.
And did you buy it with like a credit card, or did you use cash, or?
Credit card.
Credit card?
Most likely.
And what kind of credit card do you have? Like a
Visa.
Visa. And that's in your name?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So credit card, Visa purchase, did you get anything else while you were at the store?
No, ma'am.
Did you stop anywhere else?
No.
I mean, just to take a break, or, people riding motorcycles, I guess sometimes they just stop at different places, take breaks and do stuff, but...
Yeah, not at this time.
Not this time? Were you wearing a helmet?
Yes, ma'am.
And what color is your bike?
It's lime green.
So that would be easy to spot?
Yeah.
Okay. Lime green. And you were wearing exactly what you were wearing right now?
Yes, ma'am.
And the helmet, do you just leave it with the bike?
Yes.
Do you normally lock it up or anything?
I usually do, but I didn't expect to be in there that long, so hopefully they got it for me.
And then on the bike, you think that the helmet should still be with it?
Hopefully, unless I get rid of it as a public nuisance.
It is with the bike, I'm sure it'll be all together.
Okay.
What were you going into the Walmart for?
To get some drinks and beer.
Some drinks and beer?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of drinks, I guess?
I guess just a few of the Coronas.
How many of those did you end up picking up?
I don't know if I picked up any of them. But I was planning on picking up 2.
And you said you had, Walmart bags. And then you had your backpack with you.
I had those grocery bags where you put groceries in them, and then that's what I put all my stuff in to make it look like, the stuff that I was carrying around.
So you put the stuff from the backpack into the grocery bags?
I put whatever I was going to get, like groceries.
Oh, okay.
Into
So you actually did pick up some items and put them in the grocery bags, like pretending you're going to go to the counter and pay for them.
Correct.
And were you wearing your backpack just like over both shoulders at this time, or?
Yeah, I was wearing the backpack at both shoulders, and then the plan was just to go into the back thing and then put them all into the backpack. And
What color backpack did you have?
black.
Black.
St. John's Military School.
Oh, so it was from your school?
Yes.
Okay. And what kind of items did you pick up while you were shopping?
I'm pretty sure vegetables, portobello mushrooms.
Okay. Mushrooms. Anything else?
Onions, jalapeno peppers.
Are you making omelet? So,
That's pretty much what I buy every week.
Oh.
Just for spaghetti sauce and chili and stuff like that.
vegetable, portobello, mushrooms, onions, peppers. So basically just the vegetables. I mean, is there any other kind of items?
Not that I can remember.
Alright, so you got your sacks of veggies.
Yeah.
And you were going to go to the Coronas?
I was thinking about it, that the bike, gets loaded down pretty heavily. So I figured.
It's a smaller bike, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's a small bike,
Okay.
just a little backpack, and any amount of weight kind of weighs you down on either side.
So you're like, that's it. We're just going to deal with the vegetables for now. Okay. Did you end up transferring these more bags into the backpack?
Yes, ma'am.
Wait, where did you do that in the store?
I found it in an aisle where nobody was at and just put it in.
Okay. And then you started leaving the store?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember which exit you were trying to get out of?
The exit, if you're facing Walmart, to the right.
To the right. Okay. And where was the two people you were talking about? Where were they?
There was one officer and one plainclothes loss prevention person towards the entrance, right in front of McDonald's.
Right in front of McDonald's.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you pass like the cash registers, and then there's a McDonald's on the side, and then there's the exit doors.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, so they were standing over towards the McDonald's area, right in front of it.
Yes, ma'am.
So the one loss prevention guy, can you describe him?
Bulky, light gray shirt, probably light gray pants too. Lighter colored brown hair. That's
Is
it.
he white, black, Hispanic? I'm sorry, white. Okay. And the officer, can you describe him?
The officer was more well-built, white, short, closely cropped, black hair.
What was he wearing?
Police uniform,
And just so I am familiar, what color?
black.
Black. Okay. I mean, it's just the normal one, colored uniform.
Yes, ma'am.
Did a badge?
Yes, ma'am, a badge.
Okay. Any kind of hat?
No, ma'am.
No hat. Okay. And just normal belt and all the normal stuff that you would see a cop wear?
Got the belt with the gun and handcuffs and things like that.
That's the normal stuff. Anything unusual about the officer?
Not that I could see.
And you said he was a white man?
Yes, ma'am.
How tall would you say he is?
2 inches taller than me.
How tall are you?
Like 5'8",
So about 5'10".
5'10", yeah.
So you're saying he was pretty well built? Not like, Iron Man or anything like that, but, in good shape.
Yeah, skinnier than the other loss prevention.
Skinny.
Skinnier, but bulky.
Maybe because of the vest, or, did he just look like he was in shape?
Yeah.
Okay. Skinnier, but in shape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
Am I going to jail for this commitment?
I don't know if you're going to the jail for the rest of your life. You are going to jail tonight. But I can't sit here and, play judge and jury and tell you what's going to happen, okay?
Off the record.
Sure. Off the record? Even off the record, I can't tell you because I'm not going to be the one making that decision. Okay. What do you think should happen to you?
Probably be put to death.
You feel you should be put to death?
I killed the cop. Yes, you did.
From what I understand, yes. But, I mean, it seems like you have a pretty good idea that he might have already been killed. You're just looking for confirmation on that?
I just want to know if they killed the person.
Yes. And from the injury that you're describing, from the head wound, do you feel that that's pretty accurate? There probably wouldn't have been any other option? Is there any particular reason you shot him in the head?
Just a lot of drugs.
You know, because a lot of people will shoot, you know, they'll just shoot somebody in the chest, or they'll just shoot like normal, like in the center. Is there any particular reason it was the head instead of the chest?
Well, for that specific reason, the head was in direct focus.
When you pulled up the gun, it was just right in line with your eyes, with the gun in front of you? Is that what you mean by focus?
That's fine.
Okay. Did you think ahead of time, if I shoot somebody, I'm going to shoot them in the head?
No. I didn't want to shoot anybody.
But as we discussed, you know, earlier, I mean, you had the gun cocked, which you normally don't do, and just in case.
That's fine.
And when you saw the officer in the loss prevention guy, you put your hand in your right pocket?
Once they started chasing me, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And pulled out the gun?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But there wasn't much conversation before you kind of took off, right? The officer said, come with me.
He said stop, and then he said I'm a cop.
Stop, I'm a cop.
Then he grabbed my arm, and I shot him. So yeah, there's no question.
Just trying to make sure there wasn't any question of whether he was a police officer or not.
I knew he was a police officer.
I'm gonna go take a look and see if there are crime scenes here. Alright, is there anything else that you can think of, or anything else that you want to ask or add?
I don't know what's the next step.
The next step we're going to have, like I said, we're going to have the crime scene person come in and process you, take photos of you and process everything. And then, you know, from there you'd be transported over to the Travis County jail. Okay?
Okay.
But I will be right back with you. And is there anything you need in the meantime? Any water or anything like that?
No, thanks.
Do you need something?
No.
Okay. I think they're on their way, so I just had one quick question, because I know we talked about it.
Yeah.
The gun, the 380.
Yes, ma'am.
You got it because you had the issues in Colorado.
I got it from a pawn shop in Colorado.
A pawn shop, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you remember when this was? Like,
2010. 2009
2009?
might be a better estimate.
Do you remember if it was like cold or if it was summer or
It was spring.
spring? Do you remember the name of the pawn shop?
I know where the pawn shop is, but I don't remember the pawn shop name.
Where is the pawn shop?
It's on College Avenue in Fort Collins, Colorado.
College Avenue in Fort Collins?
Yes.
And so multiple? I'm just picturing the college town and knowing that there's probably lots of pawn shops. Is this one next to any particular road or near something?
It's close to the corner of Laurel and College.
Okay. And you said you got it because of...
Self-defense at that time. It was a few years ago.
Is that just during the whole informant stage and all that stuff?
Yes.
You're kind of protecting yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I try to.
And you didn't have to use it at all in Colorado?
Oh, man.
Do you normally go and practice with it, or...?
I've shot it a few times in the mountains.
In the mountains?
Yes.
Okay, I'm guessing. You're just in Colorado?
Yeah, not here in Texas.
Not in the mountains of Texas?
No.
Okay. But no gun ranges in Texas?
No.
Did you grow up using guns, or...?
No, that's my first one.
First one, no hunting when you were younger or anything like that?
No, man.
Did your dad own any guns, or whoever you were living with?
No, man.
And you said, how big are the magazines that you normally carry with a 380, I say?
They have 6 shots in them. 6 in the clip. You can hold one in the chamber.
Shots in the clip. Okay, one in chamber. Okay. And then you racked that one, so there was one in the chamber tonight.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you normally carry it like that at home, or keep it like that at home?
No, ma'am.
When you store it at home, what do you normally do? What's your process there?
I keep everything in the clip and then I don't chamber it.
So it's in the gun, and you load it,
Correct.
but you don't chamber it.
Correct.
Okay. And the safety's on normally?
Correct.
Or not cocked, or whatever.
Yes.
What kind of 380 is it?
Jimenez.
Jimenez?
Yes.
Jimenez. Okay. When tonight did you cock it or load it and put one in the chamber and...
I cocked it before I went into the store.
Okay. So when you were driving around on your motorcycle, it was like it normally was. There wasn't one in the chamber and it wasn't cocked.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you keep it in the backpack, or...?
It was in my pocket.
It was still in your pocket?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So when you're out in the parking lot, you got off the bike,
Yes.
and then you racked one into the chamber, and then you cocked it.
Yes, ma'am.
And put it back in your pocket?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So,
Where did you park in the parking lot, or wherever your bike was?
yeah, usually with the bike, you don't have to park in the parking lot spots. I just park up next to the door.
Close. Very close to the door.
Pretty close, yeah.
Okay. Was anybody around? Did anyone see you? I'm assuming they would have called if they did, but...
No.
Did you notice a lot of people going by when you were doing this, or...?
No, I didn't notice. Anyway.
Were you looking out for people, just to see if somebody was there?
Yeah, I kept my eye out, yes.
And did you have any extra clips on you?
No, ma'am.
Okay. They had one in a bag with your license and all that stuff. Is that the one from the gun?
It should be. I'm trying to think. I might have had another clip in there. I don't think so, though.
If you say you did have another clip, let's just say that you had one tonight, where would you normally keep it on you?
Just probably in the same pocket with my gun.
Okay. So if there was an extra one, it would have been in your right pocket as well?
Just now.
Okay. And you talked about, multiple people kind of tackling you. When you got tackled after you shot the officer, do you remember anyone in particular, or was it just a bunch of people?
Mostly it was just the loss prevention guy that I saw.
Loss prevention guy?
Yeah.
Do you remember who put the handcuffs on you?
No, ma'am.
Okay. But loss prevention was there, were there any other uniformed, officers?
There were afterwards, yes.
But when you got tackled, it was the loss prevention guy. Oh. Be right back, okay?
sir.
Okay, you mind just having a seat, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We'll be right back with you, okay? You sure you don't want a glass of water or anything?
No, thank you.
Okay, stay put. We'll be right back with you. Sir, you're going to need to go sit down with you, okay, please? Thank you. Please stay seated. Thank you, sir. Yeah, do you understand that? Thank you.
Ready?
That's fine.
Service to get.
Hello.
Get it over. Everyone's going on over here?
Another detective with homicide.
Yes, sir.
You know, you've been talking to Detective Robinson about what happened out there. But I'm going to ask you some specifics too about that, what went down. Prior to going to Walmart, where were you at earlier in the night?
At home.
At home?
Yes.
And where's that again?
3401 West Piper Lane.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a software engineer.
Where do you work at?
Hewlett Packard.
And where's that located?
Wells Branch.
What kind of work do you do for Hewlett Packard?
Design graphical user interfaces.
So what kind of, just out of curiosity, what kind of background does that require?
Bachelor's in computer science, A+ certification, number plus certification, security plus certification.
It's just a pretty high skill job.
Yeah,
But you graduated from CSU, you said, right?
yes.
Did you graduate with honors or?
Yeah, honor society, yeah.
Okay. So, last night, you had your bike, your motorcycle?
Yes, sir.
You put some gas in it?
Yes, sir.
And where was that at?
Shell is what I recall.
You didn't know.
I'm not positive.
You said it was on Palmer?
I believe it was.
And you're familiar with Palmer living there, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you cross 35 and then it was on Palmer on the other side, or?
It was more west of 35 on Palmer.
Okay. Now, I know that you're still handcuffed.
Yes,
I can take those handcuffs off as long as you're not going to cause them any problems.
will not.
Okay.
Not have to anyway because of the.
Yeah.
Issue. Yeah.
Then we'll get keys on the handcuffs off. You got one shoe on and one shoe off. Where?
I have no idea where the other shoe went.
Okay. So when you went over to the Walmart, what were your intentions on that?
My intentions were getting some food.
Okay. Like what specifically?
Let's see, some TV dinners and some peanuts.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw some other things. I couldn't afford them, but I really wanted them. I didn't have any money. And
You didn't have any money on you?
I had enough for what I was going to plan on buying,
Okay.
which was the peanuts, TV dinners.
Okay. And what were the other things that you were wanting?
Sausages and bratwurst.
Anything that was non-food related?
No,
It was all food?
it was all food.
Okay. And what did you do with those items?
And I put them in grocery bags, not the ones that you take at the store with, but the ones that you put vegetables in.
Mm-hmm.
I wrapped those up and carried them in one hand. And then as I was about to leave, I put them in my backpack and left. And there was an officer and one loss prevention gentleman standing there on the way out.
Okay. When you went in the store, you went in the store alone? You weren't with anyone else?
No, sir.
Okay. How long were you in the store?
Approximately 10 minutes.
Okay. And when you first entered the store, what did you do at that point?
At that point, I proceeded to go to the food aisle.
Were you aware that Walmart has loss prevention?
No. I mean, not more than any other store. I'm aware that.
You're aware that they have people that look out for that kind of thing, right?
Correct.
Okay. So what led you to shoplift on this particular night?
Being short on money, sir.
Mm-hmm. So you went into the store with the intention of shoplifting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you had your backpack on, is that how you were carry your items out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the handgun that you had on your person, describe that to me.
It's a 380 Jimenez handgun. Bought it from a pawn shop in Fort Collins.
And how long ago was that?
2.5 years ago.
You remember what you paid for it?
$175, approximately.
Okay. And where do you normally keep that handgun?
In my closet.
Okay.
When I have it locked up, I have a key in my pocket.
Okay. But you had it with you tonight?
I had it with me in case there was an altercation.
Okay. What kind of altercation were you foreseeing?
I was foreseeing cops preventing me from leaving the store.
Okay. So, if you foresee that you're going to have that type of altercation, what were your intentions with the gun?
To scare them.
Okay. Where did you keep the gun in?
My right pocket.
In your right pocket?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Was the gun loaded?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How do you know so?
Because I put bullets in the clip, and I put the clip in the gun, and then I pulled back and put one in the chamber.
And when did you do that?
Before I always have the clip in there for self-defense,
Mm-hmm.
and I pulled the chamber as I was leaving.
As you were leaving when?
As I was leaving my house towards Walmart.
Okay, so you chambered a live round when you left your house and went to the Walmart.
Correct.
And you say your intentions were to pull the gun to scare?
Correct, sir.
Brandon, you told me you had chambered the round when you got off the motorcycle at the Walmart. Are you now saying it was at the house?
It was around that area.
Or did you remember doing it before you got onto the bike to even begin with?
Memory is slightly fuzzy from the drugs that I took. But there's a 50% chance that it's on either side.
Okay. Have you ever fired that handgun before?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How often?
When I first got it, I fired in the mountains several clips out in open range.
Okay. So you're familiar with how it functions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now then, you inserted that clip into the gun tonight. How many bullets were in that gun?
6 in the clip, 1 in the chamber.
Okay. And that was from tonight, you remember that?
Correct.
Okay. And where'd you get the ammunition from?
A store in Fort Collins, Colorado.
Okay. Do you have any more than ammunition at your residence?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How much so?
1 box of tracer ammo, 1 box of hollow point.
Okay. And do you normally carry this kind of round?
No, sir.
Okay. When was the last time you actually carried it on your person?
This last time, sir.
Not this last time, not last night?
Correct.
When was the time before that?
I've never carried unless I'm going to shoot in the mountains in Fort Collins.
Okay, you said you have it for protection. So you have it for home protection?
Correct.
Okay, but on this particular occasion, you made a decision to take the gun with you.
That's correct.
Okay.
Why?
Just in case an altercation happened. I know I'm incriminating myself, but that's the truth.
Okay, when you saw the loss prevention officer and the officer, you could differentiate between the two, which one was a law enforcement employee?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you describe to me what they were wearing?
The officer was wearing police uniform, black. The loss prevention was wearing a blue jumpsuit type uniform.
Okay, how do you know that the also police officer, how did you recognize that as being a police officer uniform?
He had his badge on and a utility belt with guns on it.
Okay, did he say anything to you?
As I walked past, he said, "Hold on, come with me."
And where did you first have contact with him at in the store?
That was the first time.
And where was that at?
Right before the exit.
Okay. So when he's telling you that, what did you then do?
I ran
Okay, and where were you running to?
the exit,
Okay, and where were you planning on going?
out the door and escape from Walmart.
Okay. Now you had your motorcycle parked out there. Where did you park your bike at?
I parked it, I think, along the back side,
Okay.
or along the side.
Is that where you normally park it?
I don't park it in the parking lot just because it's easy to park it out next to the building.
Okay. How many times have you shopped at that Walmart before?
3 times a week.
3 times a week?
Yes,
Over
sir.
the course of how long?
Since I've lived here an hour and 1 year and 4 months.
Okay. Now, last night, did you consume any alcohol?
Last night, yes, sir.
Okay. And what did you have?
I think 2 shots of rum.
2 shots of rum?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where was that at?
At my house.
Okay. Let's look out for juices.
When was this?
I'm sorry.
What time did you have that alcohol?
Around 10 p.m. last night.
I'm only asking because I asked you earlier if you had any alcohol and you said no.
Not today, ma'am.
Last night. I said, did you have any? You were smoking the weed, and then you had the bars, right?
That was today, yes, ma'am.
So that last night,
I drank alcohol, yes, ma'am.
and how much?
About 2 shots, ma'am.
Of rum?
Yes,
What
ma'am.
kind of rum?
Captain Morgan's.
Captain Morgan's?
Yes.
Any other alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Okay, is the time frame coming in a little bit clearer now on when you might have gone on your motorcycle?
No. I'm sorry.
You had said it was around 8 to 8:30.
That's what I believe.
Okay, so if you were on your motorcycle at 8 to 8:30, let's just say, where did you consume the shots at 10 p.m.?
That was the night before, ma'am.
The night before.
Yes.
Okay. So this was not when you got off at work at Hewlett Packard, you went home and then you smoked the weed.
I got off on last night. I drank alcohol, went to sleep, went to work today,
Okay.
and then I smoked weed and did the Saturday.
Okay. So it was the night before you did the 2 shots.
Correct.
And then you worked all day. Considering, let's just pretend it's the same day. You worked all day, and then all this happened. Because we're now in the following morning, which I think is the confusion. We're getting the time frames a little bit mixed up.
Okay. Yes.
When he was asking you about the alcohol, I think he was assuming that it meant, after you got off of work and before all this happened. Okay. So I just want to clear it up.
Okay.
So no alcohol after work today.
No alcohol, but the bars.
The bars.
I think I had a little bit worse than alcohol.
I can only imagine that they might have an effect on you. Do you take any other prescription medications?
No, ma'am.
No prescription meds at all?
No, ma'am.
Allergy meds, any kind of meds?
Like sleeping aids every so often.
What kind of sleeping aid?
Walsam.
Well, some, the generic Unisom.
Generic, yes.
Did you take any today?
No, it's more like for once a week type
Oh,
thing.
if you have any issues sleeping?
Yeah.
Okay. So normally no prescription meds whatsoever, or you don't have any prescription meds like in your name?
Yes, ma'am.
None.
No.
And have you ever been diagnosed with any kind of mental condition?
No, ma'am.
No personality disorder, no any kind of anything? Have you ever even gone to see a psychologist or anything?
I've gone to see a psychologist in 6th grade.
In 6th grade?
Yeah.
What was that for?
Just because my parents wanted me to go see one.
Okay, but nothing since then? Okay. If you get, we're talking about, this timeline is a little off, so today is still yesterday?
Sure.
So when he was talking to you about the 2 shots of rum, it was from the night before.
Okay.
And then the work, and then everything today.
Okay.
So it's just, like, today's all one continuous day. So.
Right. Daniel, I've got a crime scene specialist that's going to come in here. We're going to remove the handcuffs, and she's going to take some photos of you.
Yes, sir.
And then I'm going to have her swab your hands. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So it's going to be just a moment, all right?
Yes, sir.
I'm just going to give you an update.
Okay, Jane, do me a favor, stand up for me. And also Rizzo here. You want to have him pat you down again?
Yes, sir.
And then we'll remove the handcuffs and I'll have crime scene specialist Vasquez then come in and take photographs and swab the hands.
Is it possible to take this bloody sweatshirt off?
She's going to close those. Close your hands.
Separate your view from my corner, a little wider. There you go. You want boxers?
Yes, sir.
Are you wearing anything underneath those boxers?
No, sir.
Nice and close for you. Dress out in here or somewhere.
Fine, fine.
Come. You want to take the handcuffs off? Now I have the crime scene specialist collect this.
Leave this hand back here.
Just remain standing, okay? And then we'll go over it.
Yes, sir. Can I just
No, just hang tight.
Yes, sir.
They're gonna remove all that off you, okay?
Yes, sir.
That way you don't have to have it on.
Did you ever see my other shoe?
Yeah, they took it, okay?
Just put her camera just a second. Place those handcuffs in there for me. Come in. Yeah, great. Daniel, this is Jaime Padron.
Hi, Daniel. I'm going to photograph a couple photos, take photos of you, okay? And then I'm sure the detective will explain what else he's going to do, okay? I think that'd be best. We go
Just
close.
take a step, don't touch the wall, just take a step back towards the, there you go. Okay.
That's good.
Daniel, do you have any injury?
No, sir.
And the blood that is on your person?
That would be from the officer.
Can you turn face the officer? Thank you. Can you face the wall, please?
I can have this
You can just
hand.
kind of relax his hands.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Can you kind of move this arm like this way? Right here.
The tattoo is fire.
Yeah.
What is the other tattoo on your arm?
Was. Yeah.
Okay, can you turn right next to me? Okay. Can you put your knees together like this? Okay, there we go. Can you turn this way?
Palms. Palms up.
And like this.
Put your hands down.
Put your hands down. There we go. Bring it down a little bit more. Can you close your eyes if you want to? Make sure you cover your face. Give them a minute.
This is not, I'd like for you to place the blow back. This is blow back. Blow back is kind of on his face.
Okay, you get a scale.
Bring your hands close for you. Dress into you. Take one close.
So if your intent is this death?
You know, I'm not judging you. You can call right up person. Do you drive anything other than your motorcycle?
I have a Honda Fit, which is a 4-wheel.
What color is it?
Black.
Were you involved in a collision the other day?
Yes.
Where at?
Farmer.
Farmer.
Yes.
Where at? Farmer.
Left farmer in the back.
And what were at?
And some lady pulled in front of me and I rear out here.
Where's that truck? Who's this? Progressive? And they represent you? Face this face me. Face me up.
Raise your face a little bit.
Just some blowback on her face. That's what she's looking at me now. So about how far from the officer were you standing when you shot him? Closer than I am to you? Where'd you shoot him at? How many times did you shoot him? Tell me where else did you fire?
Daniel, who came first, you?
Turn this way.
It's kind of hard in here. And face the detective.
The transport center.
There we go, face the detective. Kind of tilt your feet that way. There you go, thank you. We start swabbing him.
No, that's good. Okay. Can you put your hands on anything like this? You have to swab your hands. Are you right-handed? And tell me again what pocket your hand was in? Where did you pull it out?
Right as
That was at the entrance door.
I was just before the exit.
At what point did you realize you killed the officer?
I tried to shot him. Well, I didn't know if he was dead or not, but I figured it was a point blank shot to the face.
What was going through your mind as you shot him?
Just very intense, hard to think. That's basically what it was.
You're also going to
I'm gonna do the right hand also.
What's that?
This is what I'm dealing with right now.
Your right hand.
Unless you swap your hand, I'm also going to have her administer a gunshot risk to kill on your hands.
Yes.
You can go ahead and give me a sample of your DNA through buccal swabs inside your cheek for analysis and comparison evidence in this case.
That's the reason.
Because we're going to be collecting evidence at the scene, and also going to compare your DNA to officer's evidence.
Yes, there was some.
And I'll read a form to you, and have her do that while she's here. This is basically the same sterile applicators that she has here. Swab this on your cheek.
We're going to do that now. I'm going to get another one. Let us go on.
Yeah, please stay in line.
Yes, sir. Right back. Mr. Chairman, you can stand up. Over there. In the corner there. Right there. Wait, can I?
Yeah, he's doing
Okay. I didn't introduce myself earlier. I'm Detective Parks.
Detective Parks, I'm Brandon Daniel.
Okay, Mr. Daniel. Earlier I saw you you're messing with the phone and stuff. What were you doing with that?
I'm just getting bored. It's like,
Okay.
it's kind of like mentally.
Okay, so you weren't trying to tear anything up or hide anything or anything like that. You're just
No, you can check anywhere in there. It's
okay.
kind of mentally distracting me.
Okay.
So it's the nearest federal prison in Texas.
Another one in Bastrop.
Okay.
That's probably where I'll go. Here it is, prisoners that are in prison.
Okay, Brian, I'm going to read this to you. Follow along with me.
Yes, sir.
This is regards to DNA, and I just asked you for consent. Also, require consent to give those who have a hair and/or semen for analysis, examination process. I'm asking you specifically for this scenario. This is our Brandon Daniel being a lawful age and having been informed by Detective David Fugue 294th Line, myself, an officer of the Dallas Police Department in Austin, Texas. I have the right to refuse to provide a sample of my blood, saliva, hair, or semen for examination analysis, and also that I have the right to refuse to give anyone or any other person consent to make such an examination analysis. It is hereby freely and voluntarily consent and do authorize that all those samples be taken from my person. Again, documented for survival. It says, I'm aware that the purpose of the samples being taken from me is to submit the samples to the qualified laboratory for analysis and possible comparison. I give consent of my own free will and accord, and without being subjected to threats, promises, compulsions, or unlawful influence, where no contamination result obtained from the blood, saliva, hair, and/or semen can and may be used against me and or others in a criminal prosecution proceeding.
May I ask you if I deny what are the repercussions?
And that's something that we get to that point and we'll have to deal with. You do not have to give this up to me. If you're telling me that you don't want to, then I'll work it on here that you're refusing to.
Okay, is there any repercussions in regards to my case?
Again, I'm just asking you for your consent now. You either give it to me or not give it to me. It's entirely up to you.
So I won't know if there's repercussions until after
I don't know specifically what you'd be referring to.
will it hurt my case later on?
Again, that's down the road. That's not something we're dealing with right now.
Okay, I decline.
Okay.
Respectfully.
Did you already administer the GSR?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's a 060 way down.
One time.
Okay. I'm going to get some clothing. And I'm going to have purple box and you have on your person. And I'll give you a shirt and some shorts and pants to change into, okay? Okay. And some clothes.
So I probably won't see a judge at all. It'll just go from here until trial time.
No, you'll be arraigned by a judge. So you're being charged with capital murder.
Okay.
Okay? Just murder of a police officer.
Okay.
So it's capital offense.
Okay. And so I will see a judge within a few days.
When you're booked into the Travis County Jail, you will be arraigned by a judge. You'll have a judge who will explain to you what you're being charged with. You still have this.
Brandon Daniel.
Brandon?
Yes.
Daniel?
Yes.
I'm gonna swab your face, okay?
May I ask, when is the appropriate time to notify my lawyer? We have two lawyers in Austin and Julian County.
That's up to you.
What would be the,
I mean, I can't give you legal advice when it comes to that. You've been explained your rights, and you can have an attorney at any point.
Okay, after I'm done with this, I will take the speech back to me.
So if you're indicating that you're not wanting to speak to me any further without an attorney, then I'm not going to continue until and I'm still going to clerk the county. And Rizzo, you can actually step outside the door.
Yes, sir.
You just stand by when I enter.
So my attorney will come tomorrow, or,
When we're finished here, you're going to be transported to the Travis County Jail and looking for capital murder. And at that point, we'll contact your attorney.
Okay, if not, then we continue to discuss the case.
If you're willing to talk to me without your attorney, that's fine. If you want to talk to your attorney first, and then talk to me after you have an opportunity to consult with him, that's fine too.
Okay, I'm willing to talk, continue to talk without my attorney.
Okay. Just so I understood, you said you're willing to continue talking to me without your attorney.
Correct.
She's going to bring up some bags in just a second.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and get these shoes and socks. Just put your shoe in there. Those socks removed.
You had those shoes on when you entered the store?
Yes, I did. This one has a bit of blood splatter in it.
Okay. Let's go with your hooded sweatshirt.
So how much is that? Is spatter from when you first shot the officer?
It's all splatter. I've never had any blood on it.
So you just drop it in.
Okay, your t-shirt.
It's saturated on this shoulder. Can you stick your arm out like this?
The blood comes out of there.
Okay, take his mask.
Take a chance. You know, I want you to photograph the game. See those boxers. I don't see any injuries on him now.
Just have him place that in there like his family.
And then I'm gonna have you step back here. So she can photograph again. I don't see any injury. You have any injuries?
No, sir.
Any injuries to your knees, legs, anything?
No, sir.
Okay. Turn on sideways.
It's also the, as well as on the backside of his boxers.
Okay. Can you face the wall, please? Can you bend yourself? There you go, right there, stay right there.
Rizzo, can you shut that door for me?
Okay. You take the boxes also?
Yeah.
You can put the gun back there.
Attorney. Is you ready? Detective Robinson, yours is? Heather? You can make it.
talking about your employment
Yes,
a
sir.
little while ago. How long have you been working?
For youth effective.
Right, for feet.
About a year and 4 months.
And what did you do prior to that?
Software engineer at the United States Department of Agriculture for 2 years.
And what kind of work did you do there?
Design next generation graphical user interfaces for scientific models.
So your work schedule right now with HP, what kind of stuff do you work?
So it's full time, but it's flex time. You can work whatever you want to as long as you fulfill your certain tasks.
So you have like a 40-hour work week?
40-hour work week plus 45, 50 hours of work.
Okay, you normally do that Monday through Friday, or you work on weekends as well?
I work on weekends, about 4 hours a day on the weekends.
Okay, you do that work around.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, with regards to today, just prior to this all happening, I asked you about any alcohol that you consumed. And am I correct in understanding that happened, the 2 shots that you had, was it for the day prior?
Correct.
Okay. Today, did you have any alcohol to drink?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Did you consume any other narcotics?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What did you have?
Xanax.
Okay. And how much Xanax did you have?
4 bars of Xanax.
4 bars. Okay. And you consume those during what time frame?
2 bars in the morning and 2 bars around 4 p.m.
Okay. And what does the Xanax do for you?
It makes you really relaxed
Mm-hmm.
and makes you lose a lot of memory.
Are you prescribed? Are you prescribed Xanax?
No, sir.
And how often do you take Xanax?
Once every 3 weeks.
Okay. And what's the reasoning behind taking it?
Recreation.
Okay. Take any other drugs?
Yes.
Okay.
Marijuana.
Okay. Did you smoke any marijuana today?
Yes.
Okay. And what was up?
3:30 or 4.
Okay. And how much did you smoke?
Edible.
Okay. Did you have any after that?
No, sir.
Okay. Other than the Xanax and the marijuana, did you have any other drugs today?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
Have you ever consumed any other illicit narcotics?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
Okay. And how long have you been using the Xanax for?
Xanax, not very long. 5 months is when I just started.
Okay. And you said you consumed 2 bars in the morning and then 2 in the afternoon?
Just for today.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's once a week, twice a week.
And on those occasions, how much do you normally take?
2 bars.
2 bars?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever taken more than 2 bars?
Maybe 3 bars or 4 bars.
Okay. So today, you took less than what you've been taking before?
Correct.
Do you have any physical ailments?
No, sir.
Do you have any mental ailments?
No, sir.
Have you seen a doctor at all?
I saw a doctor in 6th grade. That was it.
That was all?
Yes,
That
sir.
was the psychologist you were referring to?
Yes, ma'am.
And where did you see that psychiatrist at?
And lived in Colorado.
Okay. And it was when you were younger?
Correct.
You had been to a doctor since then?
I haven't been to a doctor since then, no.
Okay. And as far as work is concerned, have you had any problems at work?
No. I received 2 promotions in the past 2 years.
Okay. I imagine it's probably a pretty high stress job.
It's pretty high stress, yes, sir.
Okay. What else is going on with you right now as far as relationship-wise?
I had a girlfriend for 4.5 years. Before Collins, and we moved out to Texas together. And then about 4 months ago we split up. That's kind of what started this shit.
Okay.
About the last 4 months.
So when you guys split up about 4 months ago, what happened after that? When you said started this shit, what led up to it?
Just, I felt really bad. I felt really lonely. No one had her back a lot. That was basically it.
Was it a violent relationship?
No, it was a good relationship. It was just, she wanted something better. I was still, in love with her.
You still keep in contact with her?
Try to.
Okay. Is that just on your one-sided?
Yeah, it's one-sided.
And how does she feel about that?
She's being nice about it, but she just wants me to go away.
Are you ready to do that?
I'm probably going to prison for the rest of my life, so probably ready by now.
So when you went to the store, you said you were in there for about 10 minutes or so. Walk me through when you first pulled up to the store on your bike. You know, why I was kind of digging through step by step and what happened.
I went in, I pulled out a few of the vegetable see-through bags, and I started to get some stuff to make spaghetti. I literally had like no money, filled it all up, had the backpack. Once I had about this much full of stuff, I went to an aisle where no one was there, and I put in the backpack.
What aisle did you go to?
Right on the aisle, just the first one, that nobody was there. I turned around, came back towards the exit. Wasn't paying attention much until I saw one cop and one loss prevention gentleman sitting there. Once I walked past them, the police officer just saw me. And then from then on I ran. I got big up in my pocket and I shot him.
Okay. Was the officer standing or sitting?
He was standing.
He was standing when you first saw him? Or was locked up?
He was standing as well.
Okay, so who was sitting?
Nobody was sitting.
Okay, I misunderstood. I thought you said somebody was sitting.
Pardon me.
Okay, so when you're walking towards the door and you first see them, where are they at in the store? When you first see the police officer and the loss prevention officer?
Well, there's the entrance with the carts. And it's about 30 feet in front. Right where you exit the bread aisle.
Would you mind kind of drawing out a diagram for me?
Certainly.
You this piece of paper, and you can kind of draw out that entrance area of the store. This is the north entrance.
This is the entrance. Yes, north entrance. So here's the sliding glass doors. Here's where the carts are. You walk in here. Here's where Mickey's is.
Okay.
And some soda. The soda display case. They were right here.
They were right there,
Yes.
and they were walking in which direction?
They were standing there waiting for me.
They're standing there, and you indicated 3 circles. Who do they represent?
There's only 2, but I'm just marking people down.
Okay, so it's 2 people. It's a police officer and a Walmart employee.
Correct. Yes, sir.
What was the Walmart employee wearing?
A blue jumpsuit type outfit.
Is that something that all the Walmart employees wear?
Not the sales associates. I usually see them wearing aprons. So I could tell that this guy was loss prevention.
So when you first laid eyes on him, you knew that was an Austin police officer and a loss prevention officer?
Correct.
Okay, so what was going through your mind when you first saw him?
Panic.
Okay. Did you know that they were there for you?
I could sense it, yes.
Okay. And when you first saw them, how far away from them were you?
I was about right here.
Okay, feet-wise, how far was that?
7 feet.
Okay. And were they just standing in one position, or were they moving?
Standing
Okay.
one position.
And where were they looking?
Out towards the store, pretending not to look at me.
Okay. And so what did you do at that point?
Then I proceeded to walk next to them on the way out.
Okay. Can you draw a line as to how you walk towards the exit door?
If I was right here, I started exiting this way.
Okay.
From here, he grabbed me,
Now who grabbed you?
police officer.
And how did he grab you?
He grabbed me and said, "Would you come with me real quick?" And I said, "Why?" And then I started running.
Okay. And he grabbed you on the right arm?
Left arm.
Your left arm?
Yes.
Okay.
And then he tackled me, pulled his arm away.
Now, did you pull the gun out prior to him tackling you, or?
No, it was kind of at the same time. He grabbed me and then I started running. Pulled it out.
Okay, so you pulled the gun out as you're running.
Yeah.
How far behind you was the officer?
He was right on me, grabbing onto me while he tackled me at the same time.
Okay. And how did he attack on you?
Grabbed me and just used his body weight to push me.
So when he first grabbed you on the left arm here, were you able to break free from his grasp, or did he have a hold of you the entire time?
He had hold on me the entire time.
Okay. And what is he saying to you as you're trying to leave?
He didn't say much. Right after he said stop, I shot him. And then there were either police officers or loss preventions that tackled me and then started saying, just trying to scare me and stuff.
Did the officer still have his hands on you when you shot him?
I don't believe so. It might have been.
Okay.
That's,
And you guys were facing each other at this point?
for a split second I saw his face before shot.
Okay. Now, did you turn around, or did he turn you around as he's trying to tackle you?
He grabbed me, and then I turned around on my own forward and shot him.
So your right hand's free.
My right hand's free, he had my left arm and shot him like that.
Okay.
And it's just because I wasn't here earlier when you were speaking, and you went over the distance between where you were and where the officer was, and you kind of gone like this. And you said that was a pretty accurate distance with us between your hand coming up and then the distance between your hand and his face.
Yes, ma'am.
How far was the end of the barrel of the gun from the officer's face?
It's a very short gun, it's a 380, it goes out to about here.
Okay.
It was about this far away from the officer.
Okay. So stand up for me for a second. So, if he's got you, you know which hand he grabbed you in? He grabbed your left arm.
He was facing this way, I think he grabbed me with this arm.
As you're walking past?
Yeah, and then I started running, and then he turned
Okay,
towards.
let's mimic that. Show me.
He started running,
Okay.
and then I think he grabbed with both arms at that point.
Do you know where he grabbed you with the other hand?
Yeah, about the same area.
Okay.
And then I started to trip, grab my gun, and
Okay.
that's what happened.
Now, when you grab your gun and you're bringing it up to shoot him, where did you end up shooting him at?
In the face.
Okay. And is there a reason why you shot him in the face as opposed to?
It was the first target I saw.
Okay. But you're trying to shoot him in the face.
It was the first, the rest of it was a different color. His face was a different color, and it seemed to be a target to hit at that time.
So when you shoot him, what happens at that point?
At that point, I lay down and he lay next to me, and blood was running down his face.
What was going through your mind?
And then Yeah, they're just basically picked me up and it was over.
So what do you think was going to happen when you shot him?
It's hard to think. It's really hard to think on those drugs.
PA told me you had him, and you had already thought that he might be dead.
I was pretty sure he was dead.
Okay. And Detective, you were in here, but you had heard him gurgling.
I heard him gurgling and there was blood coming out of his face.
You didn't hear him say anything, make any statements, or be able to say anything.
He didn't say anything, no.
Just the gurgling.
Yes, ma'am.
Did the officer at any point pull his gun out of his gun belt?
No, sir.
And who ended up handcuffing you?
I different officer. I'm not sure.
You know, was it a police officer or a Walmart employee?
I believe it was a police officer.
Okay.
You had told me that the loss prevention might tackled you.
I'm not sure. There was at least 4 guys around there at that time, and they were all on top of me.
After you shot the officer, did you continue to try to get away?
No, sir.
Okay. Why not?
Because I knew it was over. There was 4 guys on top of me, and it was over.
What happened to your gun after you shot the officer?
Yeah, I lost it. I have no idea where it is.
Did you try to shoot the loss prevention officers?
No, sir.
How many rounds were fired?
1.
One.
Yes, sir.
And that was one that you fired towards the face of the officer?
Correct.
Okay. Were there any other shoppers or people standing around when this happened?
There were shoppers, but I don't think they were around this area. This is like the entrance for McDonald's, and then here's the main service, and then I'm sure there was shoppers around this area.
So I'm trying to do my best to get in your head and figure out what was going through your mind as all this played out.
Yeah.
Give me any insight as to why you decided to pull the trigger?
It's a lame excuse, but basically blaming it on the drugs. I've done the drugs for the past 4 months. I've almost been broke from spending a lot of money on the drugs. And I make $4,000 a month, and I shouldn't be going broke. But there's a drug problem with that.
Well, it's an interesting point about your mindset. Brandon, you were saying that you don't normally carry your gun. So your gun, you don't normally carry it.
I gotta never carry on me.
Why tonight?
I don't have a good explanation for that. It's, all I can say is the drugs.
I mean, you knew you were going to you had said that. Okay, you knew you might encounter some police officers in that book.
Yes, ma'am.
We're just trying to understand, like, we're talking about shoplifting, which is, like, it could be like a ticket. And then you bring a gun into it, which obviously raises things up. I mean, considering you were just going to shoplift, I mean, was there anything else you were planning to do tonight
No.
that may warrant, carrying a gun?
The gun was to scare anybody who might try to catch me.
Like an intimidation factor for police officers if they were going to try and catch you?
Did you think at any point when you saw the officers about just self-surrendering, just giving up?
I had it all. I had it all in but I had it all in my backpack, and I noticed the cops 4 feet away from. They were already planning on grabbing me, and so it It was fuel.
By having it all, you mean the vegetables?
I had it all in my backpack, and I was 4 feet away from the cops before I noticed that they were there. They were already staring me down, so...
So what would have happened if you shot the officer and the loss prevention weren't there to stop you? What were you going to do? Or what would you have done?
I think there was 4 other guys there at Walmart that would have taken me down.
Was there any doubt before this happened that you were going to be taken into custody?
I didn't want to shoot anybody. So I didn't want to be, in custody.
Do me a favor, I'm gonna have you put your initials on here and take this for me, so I can get my notes in there. It's April 6th, 2000. Do you have any other friends that you're shot with?
Chocolate. Not anymore.
Why did you go to this particular Walmart? Is it close to home?
Yeah, it's just,
Is it your shop really close?
yeah, I should clear with groceries and stuff.
Do you think of anything else that'd be important for me to know?
I guess not right now.
How do you feel about the officer reasons then? How do you feel about them?
Deplorable.
What do you think should happen to you?
With this Texas, I think, we should get the death penalty.
Is there any good explanation for what you did?
Just the specific action. There's no good explanation whatsoever. I just want you to know I'm a good kid. I'm a college graduate. I'm a software engineer. I've been doing a good job all throughout life. It's just like, I just started doing this drugs in the past 4 months, and
You've taken ecstasy before then?
yeah,
Okay. But you just started doing Xanax in the past 4 months?
yeah.
What led up to the breakup between you and your partner?
She couldn't find a job for a year, and I was starting a family.
So were you doing the drugs before then or after?
We had just moved into Austin, and there was nowhere to find work, and I was focused a lot on my career.
So you were doing a lot of X in Colorado?
Colorado during college, yes.
Were you doing Xanax back then as well, or is it just the X?
I never heard of Xanax until this last 4 months.
So when you rode your bike over there, where did you come from?
My house in Harmony,
Not how far away from us.
10 minutes.
And you said you shot that gun up in the mountains before. But how many rounds have you got?
2 girls. 2 shots.
Did you ever have any malfunctions on it?
They locked up every couple seconds, but you just felt it up for a book.
What lockdown had?
Well, the bullet hole got in the chamber and not fully disengaged.
Like stovepipe?
Yes.
But that's after you pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Do you know what the pull is on that trigger?
No.
Do you own any other firearms? You shot in other guns?
Yes.
Is there anything in your backpack?
In the man.
I mean, no firearms, no extra rounds, anything like that?
Nothing like that.
You had the extra equipment in your pocket?
Yes, ma'am.
Any kind of backpack?
Certainly.
Did you have any drugs on you tonight?
No.
How much money did you have with you when you was in this morning?
Like $1,000. I literally had zero place.
So you don't plan on purchasing anything? What do you want to
No, I was planning on shoplifting it.
Alright, let's step out for just a second. Who else to make?
And Brandon, what the main thing here is that we want to, try to explain to people what happened, okay? And you understand that a police officer being killed is going to bring a lot of emotion to the table, and especially all together in the city and with the police department, right? What we need to do is try to establish why this officer got killed. We're trying to make some sense of it, try to have somebody understand why, okay? And right now, what we're left is there's an officer who's dead for vegetables because you decided to shoplift vegetables, okay? Do you see?
I understand.
Do you see how that would be kind of upsetting to most people? I mean, he lost his life because of portobello mushrooms and onions and some jalapeno peppers. Is that what it comes down to?
Yes, ma'am.
You know you had 2 kids? Okay. 2 kids that don't have their father anymore because of portobello mushrooms and onions and jalapenos. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see how it sounds? Somebody's son, a father, a good friend, part of a good community of police officers who's now dead because of vegetables. And we need to try to make something out of this, Brandon. We need to have something come from this. And I don't know what it is, because right now it seems pretty senseless and it seems pretty pointless. You're going from a Class C ticket that you would have gotten for shoplifting to capital murder. Do you see?
I understand.
See what I'm trying to wrap my brain around? Never mind yours. Never mind trying to explain this to everyone else. Trying to wrap our brains around vegetables versus a man's life. How does that make you feel?
I'm done. I can't feel anything. I just
You should feel horrible, Brandon. You're gonna have to live with this, okay? You're gonna have to live with this. We may try to understand it, and we probably never will, but you're the one who's gonna have to live with it, okay? And I don't know how you do that. Are you okay sitting in here without handcuffs on? You're not gonna cause any kind of issues?
do you know how long it's going to be for?
Well, what we're waiting on is a search warrant, so we can obtain a saliva sample from you. And then we're gonna transfer you down to the main jail.
So I can either agree or wait for a search.
You already didn't agree, so you're gonna get the search warrant anyway. So it's not really a big deal. I mean, it was your consent. I mean, it was your, you either wanted to give it or you didn't, and you declined. So, I mean, hopefully we're not talking about a a large amount of time. Do you want to get down to the jail and just get this over with? Is that what you're trying to say?
Kind of, I'd rather not sit in the room, you know.
I like to check and see how long that'll be. Thank you. And do you identify more as white male or Asian male?
No, white male usually.
Okay, is it one or the other parent is Asian or
Both are actually half Asian.
half Asian? Okay, we can go with white male.
Usually, yes.
Hey, Daniel. Daniel. I have a couple more questions for you. When you first went over to the Walmart, did you leave at any point and go back in?